Hey there, Aquarius! Welcome back to my channel. If you enjoy my readings, please be sure to like and subscribe, as well as leave me a comment and let me know if this reading resonates with you. Alright, so this week we're going to use the Mystical Shaman Oracle, and we're going to do a Narcissistic Tarot reading, and we might throw down a couple love cards. So I made a new deck of love cards, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, so for your first card, we've got the Council. Alright. And the Council is the card that's in the south, which represents which you need to let go of, what needs to be shed. What you need to let go off. This is an old wound that no longer needs to define you. Alright, and then we've got the Blade. The Gatherer, and this one's reversed, and the Sun, which is also reversed. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the Council. And the card number is 11, if that number has any significance to you. Alright, the Essence. The Council are the luminous beings who hold the collective wisdom of humanity. They are the ones before whom you will do your life review when you cross into the world of the spirits. A life review is when we place our good and our bad deeds on a divine scale and attempt to explain why we did not love or forgive or dare as greatly as we might have. Know that their wisdom is available to you at all times. When you live in a state of yes in an unconditional relationship with life, they remind you of your place around a sacred fire, which has been reserved for you since the beginning of time. You will claim it when you will claim it when you own your inner wisdom. Alright, and the invitation says, the Council has a message for you. Listen with your inner senses. The handwriting is already on the wall, so look about you and you will discern its meaning. Do not wait for further signs. Embark on your journey to love deeply, forgive sincerely, and dare greatly. Take a leap without requiring life to assure you of success. Alright, so maybe there's something that you've been wanting to do and you've been holding back. Alright, and the second card here is in relation to the card in the West, which represents a part of you that needs to die. It is an old story that needs to be let go of, and you may find a new meaningful story for your life. Alright, so the Blade is card number 6, and it's the Essence. The Blade. The Blade represents sharpness of the mind, body, and spirit. Pointing upward, it summons the power of heaven. When aimed down to the ground, it anchors the power of the heavens on earth. The blade can be a healing tool or a weapon. Wield it wisely, and it will transmit the power to bestow initiations, cut energetic cords from the past, and sever toxic relationships. Use it with anger, and it will slash, stab, and kill. Alright? The invitation says, you are invited to draw your blade and use it, as it is not auspicious to hesitate, to waste time, in idle talk or to hide from the inevitable. Heaven and earth are aligned to support you in claiming your power. So take decisive action. Overcome your fear of hurting others. Unsheathe the blade and use it wisely. All right, and that is pretty clear. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Gatherer. All right, and this card is number 21, and it's falling in the place of the card in the north, which represents the wisdom that you need to acquire. You have learned the lessons from the south and the west, and the wisdom is ready to mature within you. No, it says, what wisdom is ready to mature within you? What is your great medicine that you're ready to embrace? All right, so this one is reversed. And this deck actually has reversed meanings called the medicine. So you're getting some medicine right now. Are you ready? Number 21. All right, the medicine. Do not wander too far afield in search for what Spirit has already provided. Practice paying it forward, being thankful in advance of receiving. If you are in scarcity mindset, open your heart and look beyond your current conditions, and you will find the bounty being offered to you. Practice sharing, not hoarding. Okay. And your final card is the Sun. And it's in the place of the East, which represents your possible destiny, the way that you will share your treasures and gifts with others. Alright, and this one also is the medicine, which is reversed. Alright, so let's take a look here at number 53. Have you been shining your light for too long? Remember that daylight is only one half of the day. The night must have her equal time, and she offers us her gifts as well. Be careful not to be blinded by your light or the light of others. Do not become enamored with yourself or worship others. Beware of your shadow. Reveal in your midday glory, but do not be afraid of the waning of the light of the dusk. The waning of the light at dusk. All right, so this is talking about your shadow self, and it has to do with, things that hold you back. All right, things that may have been old ways of doing things, and in order to overcome it, you have to look to the future. All right, so let's take a quick look. We're going to pull a couple cards from the Lovers deck, which I DIY'd this one. All right, and we're going to put it right down on top of the Council. All right. The Boho, the Bohemian. This is an independent soul, a wanderer, a very, or otherwise known as the Huntress. So basically, this could be representing you, the wanderer, especially if you're looking for change or if you're trying to move on to a new place in your life, maybe even physically. Alright, so let's take a look at the Blade and see what card goes along with it. Karmic love. All-consuming love. unable to stabilize, trauma bonded. Alright, so this can have to do with a relationship that has bad patterns, repeated breakups, or just a lot of traumatic experiences, which have bonded you to a negative person or a negative relationship in your life. And it's sometimes is hard to recognize these patterns, especially if you do not have a therapist or someone to guide you through it. But it definitely is important for this karmic love cycles to pay attention to patterns. Alright, and for the gatherer, alright, this gatherer is underneath it represents the wisdom that you need to acquire. The bluff. Alright, so this card has to do with someone who's lying to you. An emotional emotional narcissistic relationship. Someone who's lying to you. And manipulations. Alright, so let's take one more look. We've got the Sun card, and the Sun card is in the 4th position, which represents the card in the East, your possible destiny, the way that you will share your treasures and gifts with others. Alright, so this one's talking about the light and the darkness. This one was reversed, so remember it was saying that we need to not only look to the light, but your shadow self. Trauma blocks. Alright, so therapy, journaling, blackout anger, struggling, not dealing with loss. Alright, so trauma blocks can happen whenever you don't deal with the situations that are affecting you. Journaling can help you to decipher what your like triggers are. So if you have basically a mental break, write it down in your journal, and then the next time that you have this mental break, you can go back and review what happened before, and this can help you to overcome these blocks. Alright, and if you know your triggers, it also helps to overcome these type of blocks. If you're struggling with this, I definitely recommend looking into John Gottman and his psychology. His books are extremely helpful, and if this resonates with you, I highly recommend you scroll on over to his channel and check out some of his information. If you're dealing with this type of karmic love, trauma bonded situation, I highly recommend that you talk to a therapist or someone who is able to help you with this type of situation so that you can free yourself from the pain. Okay? So, I hope this reading resonates with you. If so, please be sure to leave me a comment and let me know. And I'm going to pull one Narcissist card just because of this. This is a lot of information here. Positive manipulation. Alright, so not all manipulation is negative. Sometimes people will try to manipulate you in a positive way. For example, say you really needed some money and you were going to go see your family and you didn't have the money to go see them. Well, someone who's trying to manipulate you might offer you the money, and you might be thinking that they're not expecting anything in return. But the manipulation would come if they were trying to take advantage of you because you need something and they have it, and they would give you the money, and you'd think that you could just pay them back, and they may not want the money back. They might be trying to manipulate you. So a positive manipulations, is when someone helps you, but they're doing it for their own personal needs or their own personal gains. And this type of situation is very manipulative, and unfortunately it happens a lot in relationships. So I hope this reading resonates with you. If so, please leave me a comment and like and subscribe. You have a good week. Come back and see me next week.